Hey neighbors, good to see everybody. Thanks for visiting in here again on the Rough and Tumble channel. You know, I've seen a lot out in the oil fields, lived through a lot, and looking back on it, I can really count my blessings because many times I was spared. Many times I was allowed more time in this life. And honestly, I truly believe I'm living on bonus time because so many times I should have been gone. So for those of you that have to put up with me, I'm sorry. You have to talk to the Lord. He's kept me in this world. But anyway, I look back on those things, and one of the things in my memory bank is working on that Amico cider lease, Arco Ledbetter and the Amico cider lease. And man, a lot of old swampy ground, power lines built out through the water. And we would have to get out there to put up lines or repair lines or cut trees out of lines. And we didn't even realize there were alligators out there, but there were. And I used to feed a over 10-foot long alligator on the Arco Ledbetter. We'd call him up to shore. You'd get up there and wiggle a stick in the water, and he'd come see you. We called him George. And I saw him quite a few times. Laid a stick of conduit on the ground and lured him up and fed him, some. But all of these alligators were out there, and down on the cider there were some ponds up in on the land there because cider ran cows out there on that ranch, and little alligators everywhere. Little ones, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot, 6, on up to bigger ones, and they were everywhere. But what I want to ask you today is, if you were going to go out there and feed baby alligators, and I'm saying baby because they were little alligators, they'd be like this, and what would you feed them? What would they want to eat? Now that'd be a deal you could have you a wager on that, and I bet you most of you would lose that wager, because you'd be picking hamburger meat or steak or hot dogs, any kind of meat you can think of. And they would like that too. Yes, they would. But they love something, and I would see those things, and they'd eat it as long as you'd feed them to them. You're not going to believe this. Those baby alligators loved Cheetos. Yeah, Cheetos. I can't say I blame them. I love Cheetos myself. Of course, I'm not allowed much of that stuff anymore. Mama's got me on a diet to fight cancer. I'll tell you what. Well, we won't go into very much detail right there. But those baby alligators love Cheetos. They loved them. How many of you guessed that? How many of you knew that? Well, I would have never guessed it. Never. Anyway, I just thought that was an interesting detail. I thought I'd share that story with you. Tell some of your friends. Share this, please. I went by to see one of my buddies at Kilgore that's an electrical contractor in the oil field. Good guy. So I need some stories. I need some of you guys to volunteer some stories that you'd be willing for me to share with everybody. Try to preserve our history. I appreciate a like and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Mac McCarty saying so long for the Rough and Tumbled channel.